My name is Lily, and you're watching Lily TV, the amazing place where you too can find the tools to build a great business. And today I'm here with a magnificent person. I am so inspired to bring him on here because he is only 21 years old and yet he is a very successful person and he is a leader for people of his age, and I'm so inspired by the things he has managed to achieve in such a short space of time, and he's a true inspiration for me and for many other young people. Now, I would like to welcome Hassan, and can you please tell us about yourself?
First of all, thank you very much, Lily, for having me. I really love your YouTube channel, and like I said, it's been growing actually very well, and I'm happy to be in there and grow my network as well. So thank you. So a bit about myself. I'm Hassan. I'm only 21. I turned 21 in January the 1st, and since then I've been working in sales and investment. I've been working since I was 16. I've sold cars, worked in recruitment, and now I'm a sales executive at a private investment firm who teaches you how to sell, but also gets you funding from 200,000 to 2 million. And that's about it.
Wow. Now the reason I'm so inspired is because Hassan is incredible at sales. And now being so passionate about sales, because I know what good you can get in your life by learning how to do sales properly and how to bring value to other people's lives. I am so inspired by Hassan because he is not only very good at sales, but he is fearless. Now, tell us about how do you manage to be as fearless as you are, being able to call hundreds of people and sharing your product or your service or whatever it is. How do you manage to get that into that fearless state? Because that is certainly something of an inspiration for me, and I really want to know how you do it.
I think mainly that fearless came from when I was in high school. I left school with only 3 GCSEs. That's only 3 grades out of 5, so I couldn't even get into sixth form or any university. School, I was kind of a rebel, wasn't really stable enough, and I always had problems in class, didn't really like it. And then what happened for me was I made that transaction where I just said leave everything, or the F word, and just go straight ahead. Since then, what I first done was when I came to year 9, I was offered the lowest GCSE of the pathways, and they told me to study construction, they told me to study arts, and I was economics and business. So what I done was actually every single day for 2 months from year 9, I knocked at my head teacher's office and bombarded her to put me in the highest grades. She put me in economics, which I got an A* for, and she put me on maths, which I also got an A* for. My other subject was business, and I got an A* for that, and I got 3 A* when I left school. I think that's when it first started for me, and she told me don't ever give up. Since then, I've just been breaking barriers. I love jumping up through obstacles. Someone my age, obviously, I'm mentored by yourself, Harry, James, Mokhtar, and you guys are someone that I look up to. And for me to get to your level as fast as I can, I cannot be fearless. I have to keep jumping, take a step back, take 3 steps forward, and really continue and work hard.
Now, for someone who is looking to become fearless,
Yeah.
what are 3 steps that someone can take in order to become fearless? Because, many times we want to do so many things in our lives, and some obstacles, they keep us back to where we are for many years sometimes.
Yeah.
And how can someone of your age, or it doesn't matter really, how can someone who is a business owner or someone who is considering to start a business, how can someone become fearless like you are? Like, what are 3 actionable steps that someone can take right now in order to become fearless?
So fear is actually, when someone's feared, they can only take 3 steps. I think 1 is they can fight the opponent or fight the object and really break through. We've done a wonderful seminar with Mokhtar where we all punched the blackboard. I think that was really recommended. Another one is get out of your environment. If you're really scared or afraid of an environment which you are not really going to do good at, get out of it if you're not willing to fight. And the other one is you can't be easy. You need to be someone that is willing to learn and be very determined to actually achieve your goals. It wouldn't come overnight. For me, I'm at this stage, 21, but I had sleepless nights since I was 16. So for me, it's continue working hard. If you're looking to break barriers, either take step by step or go 100% and go all out. And I think that's the main point.
Okay, sounds like great advice. Now, the other thing I'm really inspired about is your energy. Now, so many people struggle, so many business owners and people who maybe don't have a business, but they are considering having their own business, or they simply have a job where they want to excel, but they don't have the energy. So what 3 top tips can you advise to someone who doesn't have the energy but wants to have it? What would you recommend for people to do?
For me, honestly, I strive in pressure. When I'm pressured, I strive easily. And I don't know why, but since I was a little kid, when I've been put in a little box or a little somewhere, I have to break out, and I'll do whatever it takes to break out. So one thing is you have to be able to not fail and really go at it and really get to your goals.
Okay, very good. Now, fear is something that has held me back for many, many years from achieving my goals. Now, lack of energy has not been one of those, so I am lucky to have that in common. I am full of energy, and I really feel that having the energy can really propel you to achieve everything you want. But if you were to now, since we want to give people some actionable steps that they can take in order to improve their sales, because this is really something that you're an expert in. So you can teach people how to supercharge their business by doubling or tripling their revenue, or doubling or tripling their number of clients, right? This is something that you're an expert in. So just tell us, what steps can someone take who is considering increasing their business?
What to do? Okay, guys, the easiest way is there are 5 main sales channels for you to look at when actually getting into business, and 5 ways that you can maximize your sales. Now, under these 5 pillars, there are a lot more pillars, but these fundamental 5, when understood, all the others become very easy to you. Now, networking is a fantastic pillar because you meet a lot of people and doing it. Now, running your own networking events, also very, very fantastic because you bring a lot of people in. Word of mouth. Through network, running your own event, a lot of word of mouth comes in. Social media. If you are really strong on social media and you're really pushing it, you will actually catch an audience. Now, right now it's 2018. If you do not have an audience or you do not have a group of people following you, it's really hard to get your name out there. So I think that's another one. And the other one is cold calling, cold calling. Now, me, from 9 to 11, I could call 100 people. Now, I've been doing this since I was 17. So I've built up a whole reputation for it, and it makes it very, very easy. But when I first started sales, I was out of all, a whole month of doing cold calling, I'll get 1 person. Now my ratio has changed. If I call 100 people, I know 40 people I can bring them into a room. And that is the main fundamental bit. Once you understood these 5 sales channels, you can break it down. For example, LinkedIn. If you're not going to use social media, best advice out of all of these, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a powerful number 1. We took out the social media side and we've made its own. That's your 6. Once you use your LinkedIn, no one can beat you. Grow your LinkedIn and do it fast.
Wow, that's amazing advice. I am so thrilled to hear this amazing advice. Now, I'll tell you some of the steps I have used to increase my sales in my business. So, the step number 1 is getting high energy. And the way I do this is I play really loud, kind of like disco type music, and it gets me into this frame of mind where I feel powerful. And the reason why this matters is because the person with the highest energy wins. So it's either I win by selling to someone else what I have, or they sell to me why they can't buy it. Okay? Whichever way you take it, someone always wins in a transaction like that. Now, the second thing I do is I try to bring value to someone else. Now, what I mean by that is I never try to sell something to someone that I know is not going to be of value. So, for example, I always screen the people that I'm selling something to by asking them some relevant questions like, what is your budget? Or anyway, it depends on your industry, but you need to know what are your screening questions so that you can you would know exactly the kind of people you want to target. Now, if you know that, that's when you kind of start to narrow down and to say, you know what, yeah, this is the kind of person I want to work with, and this is the kind of person that wants to work with me, because this is something I can provide.
Yeah.
Now, the third one is missed opportunities. How can you really leverage missed opportunities? So for example, let's say I'm a property manager, and let's say someone asks me, do you have a property in West London? Now the fast answer would be no. But the thing is, if you leave it to that, then you have a missed opportunity. So how can you have a, how can you create an opportunity out of a missed opportunity? You can simply partner up, do a joint venture with someone from West London that has these properties, so that you can minimize your missed opportunities and you increase your sales without having to do the actual work, right? Without having to actually fill that property or sell it or whatever it is in that particular area. And the really critical point is also having a coach. Now, why is that important? Because you know yourself that you work with some of the best people in the industry, and you achieve great results because you have great coaches. Now, in the same way, I have a really amazing coach, a really amazing coach that I really highly recommend, and I'm going to paste a link at the end of this video, so you too, if you are interested, you can check it out. And in fact, there is a limited time offer of only $1 for 350 hours of content of marketing. And you're not going to believe how exciting this content is. It has enabled me to be able to rank one of my YouTube videos and to keep bringing views up to 5,260 roughly views. And I've managed to do that just with one strategy that I have learned in this particular marketing content. So now, Hassan is an incredible coach. He can teach you how to sell. He can teach you how you too can raise your turnover in your business. And if you are considering getting coaching from Hassan, how can people contact you?
Well, I'm all over social media, so you can find me on Facebook, type in Hassan Mohammed. Go on YouTube, type in Hassan Mohammed facing my fears. You can easily get there. Also, on when Lily puts a comment, this link in, my details will be down there, or I will be commenting below. But you can find me on LinkedIn, you can find me on Facebook, you can find me on Twitter, you can find me on YouTube.
Very good. And do you have some sort of program or event that you recommend for people to do?
Yep, so I run a 2-hour, every month I run a 2-hour event where we go through your whole sales process. So what is your sales process, what is your sales pitch, what is your sales attitude, how can we get you in front of your clients? Now, sales is easy, it's simple physics with maths. Physics, why I say that sales is the transfer of energy. You're not selling to people, you're not selling a product, you're selling a person. I need to sell myself to you, and I need to make sure that you believe that I'm your reliable source and you can trust me. So forget about the product. If you can transfer energy from zero, friction when it starts, it goes from cold to hot. A lead is cold, and once you start building friction, you have an icebreaker, you talk about them, you told them not only what is bad, but it's the positive and how you can really change. And you don't talk them what you can do, but you told them how you can do it and how you can help them. Then guys, you'll be in much more better position and you'll be able to increase. Don't think about what, think about how, and think about the positive. A lot of people talk all of this crap of, check this, it's 200,000, it really worked. Clients don't want to hear that. Clients want to hear what you can do for them in 1 year, what the product could do for them. It's a feel factor, and that's what you need to give them. You need to make them feel that this product, they're gonna keep it, and they want it. They're not gonna have bias, remorse from it. They're actually gonna keep it, recommend you, spread word of mouth, and that's what we look at from here.
Yes,
So,
I totally agree. And not only that, there is another step which is really important for sales, which is looking good. Why? Because branding is important. Now, have a look at the banner at the back. That is my banner with my book and my branding. Now, in the same way, for example, if you look at Hassan, he's very well presented. Why? Because if you look good, if you present your business and yourself in a good light, then you are more likely to make a good impression. And it takes only 4 seconds for someone to create a good or a bad impression about you, and that lasts for a long, long time, and it's really hard to change that. So, this is why I have created my course called Increase Your Wealth as a Speaker, where you too can learn how to do exactly that, how to use speaking as a way to build your business. So if you're interested in that, I can post a link on the video or somewhere below. And if you want to learn how to triple your sales, how to make more money in your business, then definitely contact Hassan Mohammed, as you heard in his LinkedIn or Facebook. And he is amazing. I can tell you this, he's only 21, but he is incredible. And I am personally so inspired by his energy. He has managed to speak to not less than 400 people at the last event that I went to, where there were about 10,000 people. And I couldn't believe the energy and the ability, the gift that he has to connect with people, to create great relationships, and to close business.
Yeah.
And if that's something you are interested in, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you get in touch with Hassan. He's incredible. Now, I would like to thank so much Hassan for agreeing to come on this interview.
Thank you, Lily.
And you're watching Lily TV, the amazing place where you too can find the tools to build a great business. And if you want to find me, then you can go to www.Lily.Global. Thank you.